Welcome to our Arran Revisited tour. After our first brief glimpse of the beautiful Arran, we were desperate to go back. We are Graham, Ellie, Jazz and Luna and Maya. This is our campervan Merlin. Join us as we explore this magical island. We are leaving Fleetwood now. We're on our way to Morchline in Ayrshire, where we're going to spend a couple of nights on a campsite. On this trip we're just going to do a quick pit stop in Lancaster and then we'll be hitting the road for Morchline. We're staying at the Catrine House campsite, which is quite a short drive to the Arran ferry in a couple of days' time.
We're making a little detour now. Before we go to the campsite, we decided it might be a good idea to try and get a new SIM, for one that we can kind of share really for both our phones, because we're having a lot of trouble with phone signals. So we thought, in an emergency, you know, it's important, isn't it, that you can be got hold of. So we're just going to try and see if we can get a new SIM, and we're in Lancaster. Not ever been here in my entire life. It's an interesting building there, look. Wow, I wonder what that's all about. Sort of looks old at the bottom and new at the top. I don't know if it was an old building or they've just made it look old. Quite a nice building, that, like that. If you know what this building is, tell us in the comments, because we don't have an idea. The plan is now anyway, we're going to try and find a car park in town for Merlin, and I'll stay with the girls and the van, and Graham's going to try and track down this Vodafone SIM, and I suspect we will have a spot of lunch. Well, we just realised that we've been to Lancaster and didn't film any of it. Call ourselves YouTubers? I don't think so. Graham walked into the town and says it's really nice there, so you'll just have to take his word for it. And I was so busy making and eating a roll for us both that I completely forgot to film that as well. But it was a very nice roll, so there you go. Anyway, we're just about to leave Lancaster now and head up to wherever. Where are we going, Greg? Can you remember?
Yeah, I think they pronounce it Morchline, Macline. Yeah, maybe.
Put us straight, someone.
It's 155 miles.
Okay, 155
from here.
miles. Yep. It's supposed to be taking us about 2 3/4 hours to get there. So, that was a visit that was. Catch you in a bit.
Oh no, it was all going so well, and now the amber engine management light has come on. We're going to have to get this looked at to see what it means. Although we were very worried about the light, Ellie checked it on the internet, and amber, non-flashing, it is still safe to drive, but you need to get it looked at as soon as possible. So we'll do that when we get to where we're going. And here we are at Catrine House campsite. Time to check in and get to our pitch.
So while we were driving here, we got an amber.
An amber one, yeah.
Engine and management light coming on, and came on the van. So we don't appear to have had any loss of performance, but the van was playing up a bit yesterday in slow traffic. It was very jerky, so we don't know whether it's a sensor fault or something more serious. So Graham's busily trying to get hold of, who is it, Gray?
Fiat Assist.
Fiat Assist, who handle the warranty on our van. So yes, it's got us here, but we're not quite sure what the problem is, how serious it is. So we're just going to have to try and get through to them. But you're not having a lot of luck, are you? Every number's failing. The one number that did work, they no longer do the Fiat Assist. It was the RAC, and they gave us some other numbers which don't appear to be getting through. So all very frustrating after a long drive here. I'm about to cook dinner, thinking of doing a kind of a fake chicken stew. So I've just put some flora into the high-trick pot. I'm going to put in some tofu and some vegan chicken, new potatoes, green beans and sprouts, and then we'll put some gravy with it and make it into a stew. So we're really hoping that the RAC can sort the van out so that we can continue with our trip to Arran. It's a bit of a worry at the moment, to be honest, because if he says we have to take it to a dealer straight away or something, you know, do we really want to continue our journey, you know, getting further away from home all the time? We'll have to see what he says. We're hoping it's a sensor problem that doesn't actually affect the running of the van. Sorry if I look a bit red. It's because we had to eat our dinner really quickly to try and sort of clear the decks a bit for the guy who's, I think, just parking up now. I think I can hear him.
So is it that little yellow picture there that comes on?
Yeah.
Left there, just left at the back. Turn the heating on?
It's no.
Oh, it's too late now.
I turned it down. I had actually I had turned it down so it had cut out, but not for long, only just a few minutes, if that.
There is a proper shutdown sequence for power off, and this is why we were a bit worried that something might have gone wrong.
Just 11,000 miles.
Just turned 11.3 now, I think it is. Engine oil pressure.
Is that what
Sensor
it's?
switch circuit malfunction.
Oh.
Yeah. But I've reset it just now.
Okay, but it'll probably come back on again.
It could come back on.
Yeah.
Once it picks up the oil, but don't think it's too much to worry about.
Thank you.
So when the oil gets thin, the pressure drops a bit, does it?
Good morning. Oh, we had a better night than last night. Or rather, last night was a better night than the night before. Can you tell I've just woken up? Yeah, it was really quite good. Not too many disturbances. I had Luna on my feet most of the night, so it's a bit like having a big boulder on your feet, because she's quite heavy actually. She might be small, but she's very dense. The kettle's on, so I hope that's not too loud, because it's time to make the tea. And little one slept a lot better than she did the night before. I'll show you. So there she is, all snuggled up. Morning, Titch. How are you? Looking very tired. Very tired. Oh, here we go. We are awake. We are awake. And looking cute. Yeah. And there are the girls with their little sleepy faces on. How are you this morning, Maya? Maya Marple? Anyway, hear that whistle? I'm going. This little site is actually on a farm, so you can see a big barn there. But look at that sky. It's blue. Had a little bit of rain last night. It wasn't too bad. Sort of misty rain, really. But yeah, there's 4 of us on the site at the moment. 3 camper vans and this caravan here that you can see.
There's nobody in that caravan.
No, nobody's in the caravan, Graham says. But yeah, maybe it belongs to people here, or it could be a seasonal pitch because it's got an aqua roll out there on the side. I don't know. Maybe it just lives here. So yeah, that's the view, but there is a beautiful view out of the front, but we will show you all the lovely views a bit later on. I don't think I mentioned that Jazz had a really good night. Graham rigged up a different device for penning her in, whatever you call it, attaching her, there's the word. And what he's done, he's wedged her lead here against the headrest, so then that's locked, which means we could give her a little bit longer on her lead, like this. It's a little bit longer, but she still can't get to the edge of the cushions here, because what she did on the first night was she was clipped to these seatbelt ones, and she actually managed to jump, and we don't know if she was dangling from a harness, and then she escaped and sort of was trying to get on the bed, but she could easily really hurt herself. The little dog's like Houdini. She gets in and out of all kinds of situations, and so what we're trying to do here is to train her to stay in one position. We'd like to give her free rein of the camper, but that will upset the others who are very used to their routine. We're trying to integrate them gently so that they don't get cross with her, and they're doing really well. We don't want to spoil that. And also, she hasn't learned anything, just like she wasn't house trained. We're having to teach her that you don't get on the table, there's certain sort of social etiquette in a camper, and she hasn't got it. She'll just walk across the table, jump off the table, sort of claw the back of the seats and jump up there. You know, she could easily rip the blinds if we're not careful. So we're having to teach her how to behave in the camper without, so restricting her, but hopefully keeping her comfortable. And we had no trouble out of her. She didn't cry to come down last night. She didn't sort of scrabble or scratch at anything like she did the night before. She learns so quickly. She's a clever little thing. We didn't hear anything out of her. She literally just went to sleep in her little bed that we've put here and made it all cosy with lots of blankets. And she settled beautifully. So I think she's learning what we do in Merlin. And that's what we need with 3 dogs in a camper.
Watch what happens when I stop.
No shame in the woman. Maya, you are a little hussy. Yes, you are. You're a hussy.
More, Daddy, more.
More. Are you a hussy? This is Maya's way of asking, isn't it, Grace? She says, please. She wants you to carry on with something. That's what you get.
I think they can see that. We could go on for an hour doing that.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to.
We will stop before she does. Now she's looking like, why is no one carrying on?
Oh, lovely.
Keep going, Dad. Keep going, keep going. Keep going, Dad. So if you stop, she'll probably look round. You watch. If you're not taking notice. There we go. See? She's, come on, keep going. I'm enjoying this. Love her. Oh, Maya, you're just a pickle. You really are. Luna's having none of it. A quiet wash. So us trying to make the dog. Here's us trying to make the bed with the dog on it. There we go. Well done, darling. Well done, darling.
Maya, come here, darling. Come here.
Useful having back doors. Hey, we don't normally go out this way, do we, Maya?
Come on in, I know you can't jump down there. Good morning.
Hello. Well, this is much more civilised than it was about an hour ago.
Yeah.
The van might look a mess, but hey, at least we look as though we're together, don't we?
Yeah.
It's about to have breakfast. What's the plan for the day then? What's the scores on the doors?
Once we've stuffed our faces, we're going to, there's a viaduct. It's supposed to be one of the tallest viaducts in the country. I'll get the stats on that, but yeah, there's a viaduct that's in walking distance, so we're going to go and have a look at that. See if I can fly my drone under it or over it or around it. So we'll see how we get on.
Or crash it? No.
No, don't say that.
No, hopefully not. Hopefully
I think it's a railway viaduct. Is that still? Yeah, it is.
Yes,
viaduct, yeah.
yes. It's an aqueduct if it's water, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I think so, yeah. So that's the plan. We're having a leisurely start today. The weather's supposed to stay really nice, so we're quite lucky. We're very lucky there, considering it's February. So yeah, we're going to take the girls for a leisurely stroll round and just explore the local area, because we're only here for one more night before we head off for the ferry tomorrow.
Yeah, got the ferry tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah. Right,
catch you later. Oh, update. Did you tell them about the warning light problem?
I don't know that we've actually included it at this point. I have recorded it, so that will be in the vlog. Yes, you will have seen that by now.
Yeah, it depends what order we do it in.
Yeah, but yeah, we had a problem with the warning light, as you are probably aware by now.
Yeah, one of the engine management warning lights come on. It's described as check engine. Had an absolute nightmare trying to phone Camper Assist, and I must have used about 12 different numbers. It seems the numbers that I want to are Italian numbers and don't seem to work on my phone. But anyway, long story short, the RAC came out to us last night and he's reset it. It's evidently something to do with the quality of the oil, not the quantity, the quality. I must admit I did not know they even checked that. Although I have to say, when I topped up with oil before we left home, I did notice the dipstick was very, very dark oil, very black almost. And I thought that was a bit unusual. But I wasn't too worried because it's going in for a service when we get back. So they can do an oil change at that point. So the guy says it's still okay to drive. And that's what we're going to do. I have no doubt the warning light will come back on though. What's happening here?
Sorry, breakfast is being disturbed because someone has to go and do something.
Right.
This is it.
When you put that table down there,
yeah,
so you can
true.
Get out.
I was going to shimmy round. Never work with animals or children. You sit down to do your vlog, distracted by a dog. Yeah, but she's got to go. She's got to go. You know that feeling, don't you, Luna? Right. See you in a minute, everybody.
Yeah. I'm going to carry on eating.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Join us next week and see if we make it to the viaduct. Also, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel and like it if you've enjoyed this vlog. It really does help us to grow the channel.
And we also have a Facebook group. It'd be great if you could join us there. Just do a search for Wizard in the Wild.
And before I forget, if you want to buy the dogs a treat, we now have a link that you can click on for as little as £1 if you want to buy them something. Catch you next time.